Hello again, happy villagers. Now, how many of you are like me and really get upset when one of your little pieces doesn't have a light in? Well, how many of you would like a hot chocolate van that got a light in? Well, I'm going to show you how easy it is to do this, and it really is, trust me. I'm just going to unplug it, and I'm going to show you exactly what to do. If you turn your truck upside down, you will find on one end of it there is a screw just in there. Very carefully lift out the base. It's held in by a lug at this end. See that little silver piece there? So you have to kind of wiggle it backwards and it will gradually, and it's stiff, but it will pull out, okay? Just put that down and put it aside and make sure you don't lose the screw. The screw's tiny, really tiny, so make sure you don't lose that. Now, this is where things becomes really, really easy. First of all, I'm going to show you what I used. I used one of these little LEDs that I've shown you before that I fixed into buildings. Tiny, tiny little LED there with two wires on the other end. And then I bought from Amazon some of these lovely little sockets. Now, these fit the 2.5mm sockets that are on Lemax power adapters. There's two little pins on the end with holes in that you can feed wires through and then solder. Just to give you a tip now, I bought this kit, soldering iron from Aldi. Absolutely fabulous. As you can see, it comes with a stand, and the stand's got little clips on, so you can clip things in it to hold it, and those lovely soldering iron. Works an absolute treat and cost me peanuts. Can't remember how much, but it wasn't a lot of money. And go down the idiot aisle in the centre, you know, where they have all these random things, and it tends to be in there. Now let's get back to these little sockets. There's a socket, and what goes with the socket is a little nut that fits on the other side. Okay, so there's a socket and a nut. So that screws it in place. Now you'll see what I've done. So easy, you will love it. First of all, I drilled a hole in the back of the truck there, the right size to fit this socket through. There's a little line along there, a little ridge in the plastic, which makes it great, so very easy to center a drill piece. Now if I turn it over, you will see that I then drilled another hole just there, which gives me access to the cab. So, and this is all you need to do. Fit the little socket through the side, but before you fit it, solder the two wires from this LED light to the tabs on your socket. Then you can feed the wire through, then feed your socket through, and then you can feed the nut back on. Don't try and solder these when they're in there because it's too awkward to do. It's very easy to solder it beforehand and then fit it in. Feed it in, put the little nut over, tighten it up. Feed the wire from your LED light through here, the little hole that I drilled in there, and then Bob's your uncle. You will see that what I've done in there, I'll hold it close so you can see, is I've just used a little sticky, I showed you these before, you can get them for attaching balloons to balloons, little sticky dots. They're used by crafters and many things, and I've held that LED to the ceiling of the truck just so it holds it in place where we want it. And there you have, pop your base back on, and there you've got a truck that when you plug this in, Bob's your uncle, up she lights. How lovely is that? If you need to know where any of the parts come from, just send me a message or pop a comment in here and I'll send them. But if you look back through stuff that we've done before, I've used before, John Tate's used these, Ben's used them. It's just a case, you buy these sockets, they're peanuts. They're like a couple of quid for a dozen of these sockets. The LEDs, you know, we got them from the little lighting company that I showed you many whiles ago. But if you need to know, just let me know. There we got a lovely truck with lights on. Happy villaging.